Hi, welcome everyone to Brucey's All Research Channel. I do astronomy. I'm from Montreal. I'm 45 years old. I work by myself at home here in Montreal looking at the moon. Remember what I showed you? Oh, not this again. Yep. Remember shooting upwards? But watch this. No, seriously. It shoots upwards and then it shoots downwards. And when I say shoot, let's understand, we see a line, straight line up, then straight line down. And again, this object does seem to be spiraling up and down. Like I've shown before, right? Remember the objects hitting the moon? Those of you who have been following me. And welcome new subscribers, by the way. Here we're a lot closer. You see it upwards, 3 dots, we'll just say that, okay? And then dots on the bottom. Downwards, upwards, and downwards as it's crossing paths with comet Neowise. So now we're going to get really, really close to the surface of the moon, but we're going to slow things down because things are appearing and disappearing and going by at a really fast pace. There are a lot of objects on the surface, and again, the UFO characteristics and traits are that you have a black spot and a bright spot, right? And it's traveling across the moon. But we also see some of those objects on the surface that are stationary. Theoretically, they could also be UFOs. You could see there's clouds, whether it be natural because of atmosphere, like we have here on Earth, I don't know. Dust, maybe because they're working in mining and dining on the surface of the moon. But you see some of those lights have smokes around them. Forgive the circles. Since I descended the exposure, you're not going to see the other objects because it's too dark. But in reality, I want you to focus on this one right here where you're seeing a smoke coming from an object that first it illuminates and then smoke comes from it. You must know and agree and understand with me. You don't have to be a scientist to understand that it is the substance, whatever it may be, reacting to the atmosphere, right? Whether it be oxygen, whether it be another gas, you can see it sublimating. You could see it changing into gas form, the substance itself. Here, we literally see UFOs going into a crater. And now, we can call these UFOs, but honestly, it's like a cloud, right? Look at that. Okay, if you have a big monitor, go back and see that there's actually a spot there. The UFO descends and goes into the crater. Remember these lights that I showed you? Let's slow it down. 3 areas where the lights light up simultaneously. But now I didn't show you this. I told you, but I didn't really show you. Look on the right. Tweedledee, tweedledum, right? So it's going left to right. Once again, I showed it going left to right, the UFO, because it's, rare that we see that. But then again, I'm up to about 25 times that I showed it. This is the object yesterday that I showed you that was, beside the sun, end of 217, beginning of 218. It is an object that looks solid. And if not, well, it's a CME plasma, possibly from the sun. Speaking of the sun, these are objects whizzing by the sun. Objects approaching the sun. You see them changing, right? Why do they get so bright? Well, they're changing into gas forms. One community member said, imagine the elements that UFOs, for example, would have to be going through the bloody sun or close to the corona. For sure, they would have to have either an alien element or, of course, we're getting there. We're experimenting here on Earth, titanium and stuff. But how thick would that bloody object, have to be? We're on the moon. We're seeing lights. And look at on the right. Do you see how there are 3 lights together in triangular formation that are moving over to the right? These are being seen on the surface. Remember Bob Lazar, when I talked about it, he was talking about the generator inside of the UFO. It's creating photonic light when it exits after the transfer of energy is done, when the element 115, is it 116, 115? What, I'm getting old. Once it goes through the center of the UFO, right? What is causing the gravity. Once the antimatter, first of all, it transfers into antimatter, but then it clashes with matter, and that thus causing a very bright light. And it's funny because all the UFOs that I see, like this one under the clouds, they're all bright. Again, sometimes I see dark objects. It could mean that it's debris. Then again, it could be space projects, right? From here on Earth. You know, the UFOs that everyone's talking about that are seen here on Earth, who says it's not humans? Spies have been around for a long time, right? And here we are, UFO characteristics, guys and gals. Do you see the black light? Watch this. Black light with the light at the back. Maybe that little black object is the UFO, and the light is the power at the back. Very powerful. You can't say that it's not photonic energy, that's for sure. It sure, definitely, almost looks like it. And again, those are some of the traits, characteristics. Here's a UFO. I call them cooling down. And this happens very, very fast. A large flash of light, and they are real as they get on the surface of the moon. And also, you see this object. That's right, it's descending to the surface. Teleportation, let's talk theoretically. The UFOs are going so bloody fast, the ones that I'm capturing, and these are, imagine, I've seen a fleet of these, but look what happens on the surface, proving that, hey guys, we're saying UFOs, this could be on the surface. See the line of smoke? See the illumination on the surface? It's because it's very close to the moon. How big would it have to be? How big would a jet's fire have to be to illuminate Earth as it's flying by? Do you understand? These objects aren't small at all. And you notice how it looks like they're teleporting themselves? How they're not, well, on the ground you see it lifting up, literally smoke. But here they are. Imagine trying to catch these suckers in the middle of the afternoon. You are exactly at 12:15 in the afternoon, maybe 12:05. This was lunchtime during the summer. Imagine. And I show the lights on the surface, here too, there you go. You see, again, a light and a dark line. There's a dark triangle, a dark rectangle, the UFO, and beside it you have a light, another rectangle that is bright. Always see the two tones. Here, the green filter, quite simply, look what's going to go on. The light, there's a UFO right there on top, yeah. You see that there's more than one? But then again, the UFO on top was where the other one is on the bottom. They're moving around. They're appearing. That's nothing. Watch it disappear and completely change areas. We're talking at least 30, 40 miles, okay? Maybe it's not the same one that was on the right, but watch it at the exact given moment in time there. I'm going to show you guys forward and back. It really is that bloody UFO that changed areas on the moon. And don't forget, this is happening at a very fast speed. Thanks for sharing these videos, everyone. They really are videos of research that I'm doing with a 14-inch telescope. We're going to get bigger, too. The support to this channel is amazing. Be careful, we have an imposter, Bruce All channel that is... So Pugboy's talking to me, haha, won't get past me, Brucey. I smell him a mile away. I still think you got long-termers who give it big, if not 100% on that. Not sure, I have my doubts. Just keep doing what you're doing, man. Okay, unique. Thank you, Pugboy. And look what the troll, Bruce All underneath, answered. Pugboy, thanks, man. They will get past you as you are one of the slow ones. So just to give you an idea of what I had to go through and what my community has to go through. Here again, Bruce sees all. I went to flag them. I flagged about 40 of them since yesterday. So what I do is I block the user, and then after that, I'll go and report the user that it is the person is impersonating me. But I had to do that, all day long. And there you go, impersonation. Just to give you an idea of how jealous the trolls are. If you guys and gals appreciate the research and you want the videos to continue, well, don't change what you're doing. Just absolutely keep doing what you're doing by stopping by and by checking out the videos. I know a lot of you are sharing the videos. And by the way, I have a couple of imposters, the same person. He's doing it to Cindy Luhu now and Darla Lama. They're imitating the channels. But seriously, I have almost 70,000 subscribers. This is my work. And I've been here for, I'm going to start my 5th year of research. It's very important that you understand somebody could be commenting to you in the community and it could be that it's not me. You'll never know unless you click on every time I comment to you. And of course, if I say hi, don't worry about it. But if I tell you to F off, highly likely that it's not me. Here's one last one, guys, just to show you. Hey, I will exactly know if it were you, Bruce, by all your body language and text, etc., etc., etc. He's, telling me, don't worry, I got your back, Bruce. And underneath, look what the troll answers, which is me, right? It says, thanks, Pug Boy, with the same 3 lines that I usually write. They're imitating my punctuation. The slowest of the bunch, but the best. So I'm insulting my contributors now and all of you community members. So please, heads up, if you're getting insulted by me, it is not me. Aliens on the moon, and Ace of Space is whining. And then mining, really up there, and then mining on the moon. Aliens on the moon, it's inspired. Really up there, and then mining on the moon. Aliens on the moon, aliens on the moon. They may be coming soon.
This is Houston. Say again, please.